Kairi Nasai Minasan. Today we're gonna talk about Kamen Rider Geats episode 15. Not gonna lie, in this episode, the biggest thing I believe everyone wants to talk about is the death of Bava. So I just want to jump straight into it. First of all, when I saw Bava just rushing into the suicide beam, it almost made me feel like, Bava, god damn it, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you so dumb? And just run straight into it just to suicide. And at first I felt like, wow, this is lazy writing and all those stuff. But after I really think about it, this is Bava. This is Azuma. We have seen his character to be a character like this since day one. Charging headstrong without thinking first. That is who he is. He never think that he need to change his fighting styles. Like, he never need to think that recklessness and courageous are different. He never really think about all those stuff, okay? But that is why Bava is not strong enough, not smart enough to defeat the boss Jyamato. That is the biggest difference between him and S, and that is also the reason why his ID call is correct in this episode. And when his ID call correct, an idea immediately begin to spin in my mind. A theory started to form, and that theory is Azuma is gonna get his wishes granted by becoming the strongest Jyamato ever created by the breeder itself. Like, his hatred for the rider, his hatred to gain a power that grows beyond all the rider is gonna be the catalyst for him to become the strongest Jyamato. He might become the King Jyamato. I am so excited for this, because if they actually go through with this idea, let me tell you, it is gonna be a crazy series for Kamen Rider Geats. The story just got turned upside down. We saw this before, okay? We saw this in Kamen Rider Gaim before, but that happened in the final episode of Kamen Rider Gaim. And if they actually did this on Kamen Rider Geats episode 16, I'm telling you, my mind is gonna be blown, okay? But I'm jumping ahead of myself because there is a possibility that Ace might actually lose this round of the DGP itself, because despite Ace managed to defeat the Jyamato boss by showing us all the previous form, all the fancy gun spinning, boost magnum, zombie boost, all those fancy stuff, at the end of the day, he still couldn't complete the game, because by the end of this episode, we learned that without the permission of the game master, the game cannot be ended. And we actually saw Giroli finally delivering us what all of us has been waiting for. The promised Battle Royale Kamen Rider series is finally here. It is so amazing, so crazy. Rider, I finally gonna fight against Rider, and I really can't wait to see the Kitsune versus the Tanuki. Both are using the command twin buckle, and we are gonna see who is the stronger rider here. And I believe no one, like, they are not gonna become the pawn of the game master, but instead all three of them, Nago, Ace, and also Keiwa, all three of them are gonna work together to take down Giroli, okay? Giroli is gonna henshin once again into Kamen Rider Glare, maybe trying to mind control Keiwa, mind control Neon to take down Ukyo S. And let me tell you, they are gonna fail. Like, if they actually defeat Giroli here in this episode, it is, I don't know, man, like, it almost felt like the story writing of Kamen Rider Revised, because remember, the Dead Man was defeated quite early on in the series of Revised, and then after the Revised got defeated, we got introduced to a new villain, which is Phoenix, okay? So maybe we're gonna see something similar here. Maybe the DGP is gonna get destroyed. Like, I wouldn't say the DGP is gonna get destroyed, but Giroli is gonna get destroyed really soon. And since that he is a famous actor, I believe that could actually happen, okay? We could actually see the end of Giroli by the end of this year itself. Like maybe starting next year, 2023, it is gonna be a new villain carrying the show of Kamen Rider Geats. But that is just a theory. Really crazy stuff here that we actually get to see. A few things I just want to quickly add on before I end the video here. The first thing is the wishes. If you wish for a wish, that is gonna be a continuous effect, just like what Ukiyo-S wishes. Like, I wish for a world where I can continue to participate in the DGP until I die. So this is the kind of like the loophole that Ukiyo-S finds when he got retired. As long that he still remembers the DGP itself, he can ask to be registered as a player once again, and his second wish is to live in the world where he doesn't need to walk. So like this, even though he wishes to be the stars of the stars of the stars, he doesn't need to do the walk of the stars of the stars of the star. He can still survive without actually going to walk itself. Okay, so this is really crazy. And we can also see like his latest wish to be the family member together with the DGP management is still granted. Okay, Giroli didn't just like F this shit, you are not part of my family anymore, I don't need to do this whole fake family scenario for you anymore. He still continued to do it because the game master still honor the wishes even though the player has been retired. This is really interesting, but I'm wondering, is the wishes gonna get removed if the next war started? Because when the next war started, in a sense, all these wishes, the game master technically can just remove them from existence, like just pretend that it never existed, and no one will even know. Only the VIPs, only the sponsors will know. And this is gonna be really interesting, okay? But I'm really excited here because Sumori actually confronted Giroli on Giroli's action. So I am actually seeing a pattern here that Sumori is gonna eventually turn on him, and we are gonna see Giroli getting removed from the DGP itself, and we're gonna get a new game master, and then Sumori is still gonna work together with the DGP itself. Maybe eventually that Sumori will side with the good guys, side with the rider itself. We do not know, okay? Maybe Sumori is gonna get promoted into a game master herself in the future. We are not sure what is the future of her, but I'm seeing a bright one for her. She's not just gonna get removed so easily. The next thing I want to talk about is the Rook Jyamato. In the previous video, I mentioned Rook Jyamato is Toru, but apparently that is not the case. Rook Jyamato, it turns out to be Kamen Rider Shiroe, the polar bear panda that just died in the first episode of Kamen Rider Geats. And I do not know if you guys noticed or not, episode 15 is kind of like a complete retelling of what happened in the first episode of Kamen Rider Geats. The game, the final boss game, is the same as the first episode, and Bafa even tried to do similar thing that S does in the first episode by taking down the fortress. So this is really crazy. Okay, so I'm not sure what is gonna happen to Shiroe. Shiroe is still alive, by the way, and then we actually get to see Gimpen getting destroyed here in this episode, the Jyamato rider. But are we gonna see him again in the next episode? We are not sure. We are really not sure. And the most important thing here is that we know for a fact that Keiwa's dream, Keiwa's wishes in this round of the DGP is gonna get, if he actually become the desire god itself, okay? If he actually become the desire god, how is the breeder gonna make new Jyamato without the retired, without the correct ID code itself? Like, how is that gonna happen? I do not know. Okay, I really do not know. But really amazing stuff. Like I said, this episode, the directing is bad, but the storytelling, the character writing, all those things are really well done. Why Bafa charged in headstrong? Because he is a bull. That is who he is. He is constant from the first episode until the current episode. That is who he is, and I really love why Keiwa is not able to become the Desire God in this episode, despite having one of the strongest rice buckle in his possession. It just doesn't make sense that he doesn't win, but the writer managed to write in a really interesting detail for us to understand why Keiwa is not able to perform 100% when in this final round of the DGP itself, and that is the fact that he learned that the Jyamato are actually the eliminated riders itself. Like he's not able to focus when all he can think about is that, hey, what is the real identity of the Jyamato? Are they the dead rider? Are they the dead person and all those stuff? That is what I'm really believing what is gonna happen here. Okay, really amazing stuff. And even Neon, like, she understood that, hey, I am not strong enough, I need someone else to help me to win the Jyamato. Like, eventually I'm gonna win it, but not now. Okay, eventually I'm gonna be strong enough to find my own true love. So this is amazing. I can't wait for the next episode of Kamen Rider Geats. But before that, we are actually gonna have the crossover movie between Kamen Rider Geats and revised movie Battle Royale. I really do not know when is that movie gonna take place, because Bafa actually participated in the crossover movie, but he died in this episode. So the continuity is really messy. We are not sure when is it gonna happen, but in the movie itself, we actually get to see command twin rice buckle. So maybe it is definitely gonna be after them receiving the command twin rice buckle. Okay, but yeah, but when is it gonna happen? We do not know. Okay, so really amazing stuff we get to see here from Kamen Rider Geats episode 15. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you like what you see here, you know what to do. Henshin that red button into a silver one, and I'll be seeing you guys in the future. Goodbye.